From your stakeholder teddy bear.
Ooh, huggable.
It's a Business Pants Friday show here at October 24th. Studios featuring analyst whole Matt Moscardi.
Make that quick change in the pre-production notes.
On today's weekly wrap-up, Army Tech CEO brats. I don't know what that means. Gen AI steak sauce? And the real American corruption is happening at a basketball court.
I know. That's honestly the worst.
Our show today is being sponsored by FreeFloatAnalytics.com, the only platform measuring board power, connections, and performance for free. I'll say this. I'll say this about the data there.
Really lovely.
If you're part of a larger institutional investor group that has, money, capital, and buys a lot of data to help you make investment decisions,
sure,
there is no planet where this data wouldn't be helpful. I'm not saying
there is no planet.
I'm not saying it necessarily has to be, the crux of your entire investment portfolio.
It should be.
Could be. But you absolutely need to have this data as a supplement, and it's really not that expensive. So what I'm trying to say is you can afford it, but you should have it.
Like, in light of the fact that
buy it.
Like Paul
Dopes.
Atkins of the SEC said shareholder proposals should disappear. You're an idiot if you don't already have this. I mean, this is the only thing left for you is voting on directors. So get it. Just get it.
Yeah, buy it.
Just buy it.
And you know what? If you're super rich, like if you work at BlackRock and you're in charge of buying data, buy 10 subscriptions of it, and maybe you can hand a few of them out at Halloween.
Do you think so? Do people go to the BlackRock offices, say trick or treat,
Absolutely.
and they hand them director
the kids
data?
of powerful, like Glass Lewis's kid.
Oh.
ISS's nephew.
I didn't realize that's how it's all
know.
connected.
But just buy 10 subscriptions and hand a few out. It's almost Halloween. All right.
It looks like you have 700 things to talk about today.
I don't. But let's get going. Let's get going.
We should do this thing.
I just have a lot of notes.
Story of the week.
Look.
Story of
I'm
the
a highly
week.
I'm a highly esteemed professional. I'm not. But I'm organized. I take a lot of notes.
You look like it. On the live stream, you look like it.
Yeah, of course, because I always wear a grubby sweatshirt. I take a lot of notes. I'm ready in case, I don't know what you're going to say. I'm ready. I have information. I don't know where your conversation is going to go. So I'm ready. Hey, this is fact-based snark. I don't want anyone to think that this is just silly sarcasm.
No.
We lead with facts. We research everything. We look at third-party sources in the media. We look at actual SEC filings. We look at the data at freeflowanalytics.com. We look at everything. This is fact-based snark, people.
I feel like irreverence requires facts to be irreverent about, right?
I don't know if that's true anymore. I don't know if that's real.
I feel like that's what has to be. Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I want to believe that. Story of the week. Did you already play me in? Did I?
Yeah, I played you in.
I'm going to lead with a dorky one.
Oh.
Citi's Jane Fraser consolidates power with board chair vote and a $25 million plus bonus to boot.
You know what I don't like about that headline in particular? We've seen Brian Moynihan was made chair of Bank of America. Chris Kempczinski was made chair of McDonald's. But none of the boys who became chairs did they say consolidates power.
Yeah, they make it seem kind of evil, right?
They make it seem a little evil. Empire with Jane Fraser, the only female CEO to go from CEO not chair to CEO chair in recent memory.
I'm looking at you, David Hallrith, from Yahoo Finance. First of all, I applaud you for at least referring to the fact that when a CEO becomes a chair, it does consolidate power.
It does. That's true.
I applaud you for that, and I applaud you for taking that perspective in your headline. But here's where you really failed. So she's getting a $25 million plus bonus. You want to know what the plus is, Matt? You want to know what the plus that he's referring to? It's ready for this? It's 1,055,000 stock stock options. She's getting over 1 million stock options.
So it's trading at about $100 a share, right?
It's
already
up. It's already up $5
bonus. That's the plus.
Since this announcement, she's already made $5 million of scratch just because the market went up, because the price went up. I mean, for doing nothing.
What a great plus.
I just wanted to point out a few things about Citibank before we move on. Sorry, Citigroup or whatever. First of all, the name of their compensation committee is ludicrous. Ready for this name? The Compensation, Performance Management, and Culture Committee.
Oh. That's a lot of things.
Do they have a partnership with MoMA? Are they? Is it like? Do they have Basquiat paintings? Like, what are they talking? What culture? What are they talking about? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Yogurt?
No. It means that they actually have a string quartet play at each of their meetings.
Ridiculous. All right, but I wanted to point out. First of all, there are six. There are 6 members of this committee. It's supposed to represent a subset of the board, to be a working group.
How many people are on the board?
To help them make decisions. This is like half the board, basically. I mean, so I don't know how anything gets done, but these people couldn't figure out a proper way to pay Jane Fraser. This is the compensation committee at Citigroup. They should know how to create a pay plan that adequately pays their CEO. But no, they had to come up with a one-time equity grant. And yet, last year they met 15 times, Matt, and they still couldn't figure out a proper pay plan to pay their CEO. So what are you doing, compensation committee? The other thing I wanted to point out about this committee...
They're meeting with a string quartet playing in the background.
...is that 4 of them are long tenured, of at least a decade of service. And 3 of them, I want to point out quickly how busy these people are. Maybe they're just not paying... Maybe they're not showing up. They're not paying attention. Quickly, Peter Henry. Here are some of his other directorships: Nike, Analog Devices, National Bureau of Economic Research, Economic Club of New York, Biospring Partners, Makena Capital, Two Bridges Football Club. Renée J, Oracle, Sabre, Vodafone, President's National Security Telecommunications Advisory Committee, University of Oregon Trustee. Diana Taylor, Brookfield Corporation, Accion, Columbia Business School, Friends of Hudson River Park, Mailman School of Public Health, Economic Club of New York, Council on Foreign Relations, Hot Bread Kitchen, Cold Spring Harbor Lab in New York City Ballet. What? I mean...
Yeah,
they met 15 times.
But Wiley's director, Brian Hemphill, was voted out because he's also the president of Old Dominion University.
And he wore a bow tie. I think they didn't like
I think he had a bow tie,
So that's what's going on there at Citigroup. We see too much of this. Governance is going backwards. We shouldn't be letting CEOs become chairs, people. It's stupid.
Yeah, and if you do get a chance, go look up Citigroup Board of Directors. Look at their pictures, because
I want to see their pictures.
A third, basically all the men except for Peter Henry, who's a black man, look like central casting for dopey board members.
Peter Henry looks a little. He could be a dopey board member too. But I hear your point.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I do. Second story of the week. CEO armies.
We're going to come back to this too. Yeah.
All right, so I can go quickly and we can talk about it later.
Can we just say that CEOs are building armies now?
Is that enough? Can we move on?
I feel like we don't need more than that. Like, there's been multiple announcements of army building.
And the key word here is, look, I'm already, the robot part I'm not thrilled about, but army, that's the key word. Army. Army is suggestive of a fighting force, is it not?
Yeah. It's worth probably spending a second on Elon.
Okay. Well, Elon, this is in his earnings call. He said, if we build this robot army, do I have at least a strong influence over this robot army? I don't feel comfortable building that robot army unless I have a strong influence. That's what he said. So this is in response to what's going to happen if they turn down his pay package. So he sees the pay package not as cash, but as equity. He wants more power over the company. He also threatened to leave if the shareholders don't approve. So he's threatening his own shareholders. So I ask you this: if it really is about voting power, why not just tweak his voting shares to give him a little bit more of the vote? Why are we actually giving him cash? Why are we giving him more money? Why are we giving him shares? Why is it give him? How about we give him $1, but we we up his voting power. Now, I would still vote against it. But I'm just saying, why can't that be the proposal? Give him a bit more voting power.
I have an alternative proposal.
No cash, no equities. Or could we just fire him for being a racist, homophobic pig?
My alternative proposal involves I do not want him to have any influence over a robot army.
I don't think there should be companies voting. I think that's the point where the board should shut the company down.
Can you remind me what Tesla makes again?
Well, purportedly they make cars.
They make cars that nobody wants anymore of, right?
And what's funny is that he talked a lot about these. We have so many times on this show, we have talked about all the things that he's promised and not come through on. So
yeah, he's a serial overpromiser.
Hopefully this robot army never happens. But one of the things he gave no guidance on is actually during this earnings call was the EV, the electric vehicles, the cars. The cars part of this business. He also said, and to that point, he said, on this earnings call, which other automotive CEO would you like to run Tesla? Because it won't be me. But you're talking about building robots, army robots.
Yeah, you don't even run an automotive company.
What does that have to do with Mary Barra? What does that have to do with automotive CEOs? Nothing.
I would like an automotive CEO to run the automotive company. Look,
I would like to. Here's what I would like.
4 other companies.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we?
What, XAI?
XAI
Boring Company,
and
SpaceX,
Boring and Neuralink and SpaceX, and didn't he make like flamethrowers at one point for fun? And
he makes children for fun.
Isn't much of a threat because you don't even run the automotive company. You don't do it.
Tesla board. Some of you have become billionaires off of your relationship with Elon Musk. Some of you are already billionaires. You're nepo babies. Most of you have come from great wealth. One of you is the brother of the CEO. I honestly think it is time now because the car business isn't really going that great. Most of the country actually hates your cars. There are many wonderful EVs out there that now we can buy anyway. Your CEO is a pig, is a racist, misogynist, homophobic pig. He is now threatening his shareholders, and he is basically threatening Americans in the world by suggesting that he's going to build a robot army. How about you just fold? How about you fold your cards? Just say, you know what? Let's end this.
If Tesla no longer existed,
we're done.
If Tesla no longer existed, who's sad? Like, is this shareholder value? You're going to give me some argument about shareholder value?
I guess the board would be sad. They're the ones propping up this weirdo.
I mean, he needs this not for control. He needs this so that he can cash it out and spend it on his other businesses. Be honest about what he actually wants. He cannot go raise $1 trillion from his private equity buddies, his VC buddies, his, like his tech bros. They don't have $1 trillion to give him, and they're already deep tapped into him. So what he's doing is he's going to the shareholders and saying, give me $1 trillion so that I can take that money out of the car company that you own and put it in the private companies that I own.
Yeah, the problem is
that's all this is.
A lot of the shareholders are either completely passive and will just vote with management, or they're a bunch of cult of personality retail investors who want to see the world destroyed by this maniac. All right,
I guess
the other CEO army that is we're seeing a lot also in the media is Amazon. We saw this headline: secret plans reveal Amazon plot to replace 600,000 workers with robot army.
Now we're talking about. I just finished watching Andor. Why does it all sound like a Star Wars plot? Like secret plans and.
Well, because it is, and because I think that's where that's where these people have learned. I mean, they're not exactly sharing what they've learned from ethics, books on ethics, and great novels, and you know what I mean. This is where they learn. They learn from science fiction,
from sci-fi and Tolkien, and
why first of all, again, no CEO should have armies. That's the first point here. Second of all, why are we replacing workers at all? It's not a benefit to humanity.
Look, if they replace 600,000 workers, that's 600,000 people that are just roaming out in your yard.
Bezos,
is that what we want?
So much cash, at least through your foundation or something. How about we have these 600,000 people work on cleaning up trash, fixing bridges,
a different secret plan. They're replacing 600,000 employees at the foundation.
Yeah. All right. So that's the second story, CEO armories. A third story. I'll try to go somewhat quickly on here. This is more of the same, but it's worth pointing out the ongoing CEO Trump oligarchical bromance.
Wow, that's a tough word.
Yeah. So first, Trump pardons convicted Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, who's known as CZ. He is the he founded.
Where's SBF? Why didn't he get a? Did he get a pardon yet?
I don't know. I'm sure it's coming. He founded a cryptocurrency exchange, which nobody needs except for, I guess, these guys, these bros. The pardon came 2 months after the Wall Street Journal reported that the Trump family's own crypto venture, which has generated about $5 billion since the 2024 election, has been helped by a partnership with an under-the-radar trading platform quietly administered by Binance. So there you go. There's some good corruption going on there. And the Trump, another headline, Trump calls off planned surge, those are his words, surge of federal forces in San Francisco after talking to who? Not civic officials, not community leaders, not faith leaders, but CEOs, Jensen Huang and Mark Benioff. Believe it or not, that's a true story. A true story.
They have condos near
Mark Benioff and Jensen Huang are weighing in on
this 1 week
deployment
after
issues. It's gone off the rails, people. It's gone off the rails.
Mark Benioff asked for the surge. Then everyone said, like, what an asshole you are, and now he's calling off.
Unbelievable.
The surge. And
how are these people involved with these types of policy decisions? And then the third story that everyone is talking about. Here are the donors contributing to Trump's White House ballroom. So I guess that the Trump administration is destroyed the East Wing of the White House, and they're building a dumb ballroom. And here are all of the donors. It's all the people you know. I'll sum it up: tech bros, oil people, tobacco people, and crypto people. So it's all the same people: Amazon, Apple, Coinbase, Google, Meta Platforms, Microsoft, Palantir. It's all the same jokers. It's this is what's going on. This is.
Yeah, but you forgot the Winklevoss twins.
They're part of the cryptos. The Winklevoss.
Yeah, they are the cryptos, but they did it individually. That didn't have to do with crypto.
Oh, sure, right, yeah, you're right. So that's my third story of the week. That ongoing bromance, and finally, one kind of up our wheelhouse, but it's like a football player, really? Like, I mean, this is what it takes for activist investors or people to pay attention. Activist investor group that includes Travis Kelce aims to revive struggling Six Flags. So Jana Partners has partnered up with all people a football player, Travis Kelce. And the reason why I point that out is that according to reporting by Reuters, that the possible board nominees at Six Flags will include consumer executive Glenn Murphy, technology executive Dave Habiger, and Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, what? So we're always told that we're a bit too aggressive, we're a bit too flippant by constantly pushing investors and challenging boards to we're pushing for much more frequent board refreshment. We're trying to get dead weight off of boards. We're trying to prove it by measuring performance. We're trying to get new voices on the board, people of color, women. We're fighting for diversity and leadership, all these things, but we're told we're too whacked out. But sure, Jana Partners comes around and wants to put a highly concussed tight end of a football team. I'm serious. I mean, so what you're saying is that it is all bullshit, right? The boards are. It's not serious. Or what is it? I don't even know what it is.
I haven't talked about a big individual project that I'm working on that I will talk about on the show later.
Well, are you finally fixing the fence in your backyard? Is that what you're doing? A birdhouse?
I have a lot of digging still left to do. But when the time comes, I will tell you the people that I'm talking to, and I'm talking to people about boards and board members, what it takes to be a board member, and like all this kind of stuff. Travis Kelce wouldn't pass the first hurdle of what it takes to be a board member.
He's a white man.
Well, I forgot that is the
but
first
that
hurdle,
works,
so
right?
He did cross that one. But like, if we take this job so unseriously that a guy who spent his entire life doing nothing but playing one
you could stop it doing
sport.
Nothing, because let's be honest, let's call football
I'm
what
sure
it really
he
is. It's a
rode
game
a ride
for children.
once. He must have ridden a ride once at a Six Flags, right? Like, that's his qualifications to do P&L analysis at Six Flags.
Yeah, he did do that.
What are we doing? What is the point?
Well, exactly.
Investors,
what is the point?
Like, if JANA Partners takes their own activism so unseriously as to think Travis Kelce is the answer, what are we doing? Why are we bothering? You couldn't find anyone else. You couldn't find another person. That said, it was brilliant because I think the stock price is up, and all they're banking on the Swifties to feel good about going to Six Flags now.
So those are my 4 stories. Where do you land?
Your 4 stories suck. It's Citi's Jane Fraser becomes chair and gets a plus bonus.
Yeah, massive bonus.
The oligarchy continues. Like
CEO Armies. Don't forget CEO Armies.
CEO Armies and Travis Kelce on a board.
Travis Kelce.
I'm going to save CEO Armies because it's one of the assholes. The oligarchy, like, apparently there's been polling about the tearing down of the East Wing of the White House.
Yeah,
that no one likes it. Like, Republicans overwhelmingly don't like it.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what, like, part of what conservatism was, right? Like, whoa, slow down. We don't want to change our traditions and all that bullshit. Heritage.
Well, traditions
and all that.
Apparently are very hard for me to figure out, because we can tear down the Department of Education, but we can't tear down the East Wing of the White House.
Well, look,
the building has more value than our kids learning shit.
I mean,
this country.
Here's my perspective on this: is that I care about the relationships that Trump and the administration has with the CEOs. Do I know the history of how many presidents have made major renovations of the White House? No, so I'm not going to speak to that. If Obama was doing it, nobody would. Look, I just don't want to get.
They would care
important.
a lot.
It's not okay. The other side would care. It's not important. That's not important to me. And you're right. There are so many societal issues going on that I'm not going to focus on this. Just like I'm not going to focus on betting in basketball. I mean, of course, there's betting in sports. I mean, the Disney empire is putting how much they have ESPN. Just don't get me started. Don't get me started on betting in sports. I mean, come on. But I guess when black guys are doing it, it's bad.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, we don't want the black players betting. But anyway. The story. So I don't care about that, but I do care about all of these CEOs. I thought this was a new age, Matt, where CEOs don't weigh in on political issues. That they're not going to take a stand either way. They're going to keep their mouths shut, but they're going to write checks instead. Constantly writing checks. Yeah. Isn't that a form? Isn't that a voice? Isn't that a form of a political voice?
The politics that they were not going to take part of is the politics that the winning side doesn't want them to take part of. It's not no politics. That was just the argument when the winning side felt like conservatives were being sidelined.
But meanwhile,
now you have to be conservative in order to be equal. Like, if you're not conservative, you're not equal. I don't know what it is.
But meanwhile, even the quote unquote liberal CEOs like Mark Benioff are calling for armies to come to their. And I know he changed his mind, but he only changed his mind because the public was mad at him. He believes in it, obviously, if he said it. Now, because I would never say it in the first place. So I mean, he obviously had conviction. This is why he wanted the army to come in, and the only reason why he wants an army to come into his beloved city is because he hates the homeless people. That's what everyone.
That was what he said.
So,
yeah.
So all this money that's being thrown around, how about we solve our own U.S. American poverty and homelessness and our own drug crisis? How about that? I mean, you have so much money that we could start to solve this quite easily. I know that's a boring populist perspective here, but it's the truth. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
ready to move on?
Yeah, well, I'm ready. Not only am I ready to move on, I am
up,
totally at a loss of what to choose, because I cannot choose Travis Kelce
I
as
thought you
a
already
board
chose
nominee.
CEO Armories, so you haven't even chosen yet.
I haven't even chosen yet. Like my real options here are the oligarchy bromance and Jane Fraser.
Well, the backwardness of the Jane Fraser is the quiet. It's the quiet answer to me, because we are consolidating so much power and giving so many one-time bonuses to these CEOs. We're just building up their thrones. Like we're letting it happen. Like it's crazy.
But one woman gets their throne built up slightly, and Mike Mayo at Wells Fargo says this bonus is excessive and aggressive. Meanwhile,
Really?
like we're getting Jamie Dimon 2 years ago gets a retention bonus, and he thought it would be impolite to not accept it.
Let's not forget that we're rationally arguing the Elon Musk bonus. We're taking it from both sides, and we're very seriously talking about whether it's good or not. You're right. I mean, but it's not just Jane Fraser getting these type of bonuses. It's not just the female CEOs of all three of them. But
there are no other female CEOs.
But I'm saying this is a pattern in the governance world, though, where we're consolidating power and giving one-time fucking bonuses.
I agree, but we're outraged at the female CEO getting it, and
how about this?
We're not outraged at the boys club.
If you're listening, John Shevden and Jim McRitchie, if you want to start having some actual fun, why don't we propose some actual fun stuff at Proxies at meetings like this? How about this one? If your compensation committee can't figure out their crap and create policies that pay these executives without one-time bonuses, then you should resign immediately. Every time you do a one-time bonus, you resign from the board because you're not doing your job. You don't know what you're doing.
They don't have to resign. Investors just have to vote them out.
Okay, but is
that
going to happen?
We need like a rule somewhere else because investors aren't paying attention.
Let's move on.
I'm picking CEO armies. I'm picking the armies because of Elon Musk.
I wish that wasn't a real story. I wish that wasn't a real story.
I deeply wish it wasn't a real story. Let's go on to Goodliest.
Ooh, I have a good one. Well, not really. Kind of.
I have not a good one.
I have a good one that is so idealistic that it'll never happen, but it's important to me only.
That's the definition of the show.
I mean, look, it's not going to happen, but I applaud these people. Here's the headline. Hundreds of power players, from Steve Wozniak, is he still a power player, to Steve Bannon. Yes, I'm agreeing with Steve Bannon. To Richard Branson, founder of Virgin, just signed a letter calling for prohibition on development of AI superintelligence. The letter says nobody developing these AI systems has been asking humanity if this is okay.
Yeah, correct.
The letter cites a poll from MIT. From an organization that is run by an MIT professor, showing that only 5% of Americans, 5% of Americans, this includes people from the MAGA right and the not MAGA left, only 5% of Americans are in favor of the rapid and unregulated development of advanced AI tools. There you go. That's what I shout about weekly. So I applaud this.
Look, that's the most impressive number you can basically get, because the average director vote for is 96%. So literally, like it's basically the same.
Is Richard Branson still the CEO of Virgin? He's not, is he?
No, he's not. But I love the fact that it's usually like retired players.
I think I looked at the list kind of quickly, but I think he's the only CEO adjacent, used to be a power broker. I mean, look, at least I don't know. I can't believe I'm applauding people like him and Howard Schultz for being on the right side of history. I hope with their opinions here, but they're like the only ones. You're right. It's like retired founders.
It's like 83-year-old ex-founders.
It's weird to me. It's
who own islands that they can live on anyway.
Because I know if it's only 5% of Americans so that means that 95% agree with these Richard Branson types. It means that there are a bunch of other CEOs that actually do agree with this as well.
I actually want to meet the 5%. Like I think that 5% didn't understand the question.
It's Tesla retail investors and Reddit, to the moon kind of dudes, right? It's like Tesla drivers and crypto dudes, and right?
No, I don't know that even they think that's
manic depressives who want to see the world end. That kind of those types.
My goodliest is ridiculous.
Okay.
Here's the headline. Linda McMahon mixed up A1 and AI.
Yeah.
So, of course, now the steak sauce is all over it.
A1 used to be, when I was a kid, A1 was a damn big deal. It was like...
I loved A1
It was
steak
like
sauce.
ketchup, mustard, and then A1 steak sauce. So it's kind of lost its glory. So maybe this is good. I'm glad for them.
But A1, the steak sauce, not AI, A1, the steak sauce, came out with an ad on social that basically quoted Linda McMahon saying A1 instead of AI, and that every kid should start early on A1. Why is she
even talking to kids when she's already dismantling the Department of Education? Why does she even want to educate kids about
maybe
anything?
She meant her own kids. Maybe she was just talking to her own kids about it.
Got it. So like wrestling Nepo babies.
Yes, but A1 put out an ad that said, agree, best to start them early.
It's kind of good. It's kind of good.
I mean, it's like adjacent to... Basically, we are scraping the bottom of the barrel for good now. Like retired... founders no one cares about say AI bad idea, and steak sauce makes fun of Linda McMahon. Like that's what we got.
Look, we have some good nerdy listeners. If any of you, if you're coming across stories in our world that you actually think are good, reach out to us and share them, because I do struggle here a bit. I try to find. I don't want everything to be so alarmist.
Don't just share them. Take your dopey smartphone that everybody has
and smash
a voice memo of yourself reading out the goodliest thing, and email it to us or send it to us on LinkedIn.
Then smash
we will play it on the show, and we'll just do goodliest. I'm fine with that. All right, let's move away. There are no goodliest this week. We're not voting.
No.
Everyone loses.
Although I did agree with Steve Bannon, I feel like I crossed the threshold.
All right, we'll say that's goodliest. We'll say that's goodliest. All right, I have really 3.5 assholes this week.
3.5.
One you've already said. No, two you've already said.
I hope that really, that half asshole is seeing their doctor, because that sounds like
it's really uncomfortable. Number one is robot armies.
Oh, we just talked about that. Robot armies.
Yeah, we already talked about it. Obviously, look. Here are I'm just going to read the robot armies headlines, because it wasn't actually just the two that you mentioned.
I was going to say, where the hell is Zuck in this? He is the perfect. Look, Elon Musk clearly is. He is the Hollywood villain, the Lex Luthor, of course. Everyone knows. But Zuck has to be evil villain 1B, right? I mean, where's his army?
It's in the metaverse right now. I think they're building it.
Right, that's true. I never thought of it that way. Right, it's meta, like an meta army.
Yeah, it's a meta army. It's not a physical army.
Yeah.
But secret plans reveal Amazon plot to replace 600,000 workers with robot army. And you mentioned that. Elon Musk defends $1 trillion pay package. I just don't feel comfortable building a robot army here and then being ousted, is what he said.
I feel comfortable with him being ousted. Yeah, go ahead.
I would feel comfortable with him not building a robot army. I feel like it's like both of those things are actually great for me. No robot army, no Elon Musk. Everyone wins. But here are some other ones, because you asked where Zuck is. Here's where Zuck is. Meta tells some employees their jobs are being replaced by tech.
Right.
So the robot army is actually AI internal at Meta that they're deploying and getting rid of employees.
Well, that's a form of arminess, right? Shooting your own workers. Although we keep hearing reports that that's all bullshit, right? That's just an excuse. Do we... Because I mean, I do have to ask this to the CEOs of the world: is that what is wrong with your organization that you can't like replenish talent? Like you're just firing them immediately? Like, can't you build other things with this talent? Can't you reallocate them? Like, you're just firing them? I
would like to hear from a CEO what the reaction is when they look at someone in the face and say, I'm sorry, we have to let you go. We have operational efficiencies. We can do your job with a computer.
Well, according to Sam Altman of OpenAI, it wasn't a real job in the first place. So
right, you weren't real.
You weren't real, right? Yeah.
And congratulations on that fake college degree you got. But then there was this too, AWS outage that took down internet came after Amazon fired tons of workers in favor of AI.
Yeah.
So they fired the workers who were keeping AWS running, and they replaced them with AI, and then the internet crashed. Like nothing worked on the internet for a day, which honestly, not a problem for me. Like, don't get rid of the internet entirely. Like, what do we really need it for? Like, get a book out.
Yeah.
But I saw this one. This is a little bit older. This is from the 22nd. So 2 days ago instead of yesterday. U.S. firm's Star Wars style humanoid robot soldier brings sci-fi to battlefield.
Wait, what? U.S. firms. Oh yeah, I don't like the sound. So this is a company.
A company called Foundation. It's a private company.
So yeah, and I know you said you finished Andor, so don't give away no spoilers because I haven't finished it. But so you're talking about people like dudes, bros, maybe a college dropout, maybe not, are actually watching that show and watching Star Wars and thinking, oh neat, let me too build killer robots.
Not an exaggeration. Yeah. So the company's called Foundation Robotics. They've built it's called the Phantom MK1.
No.
It's a 5'9", 175-pound robot designed for warfare. It's designed specifically for warfare.
No, this is not good.
And if we want to add just a little bit of comfort to it, because I know this makes you a little bit uncomfortable.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Why am I the only one? Am I the only one?
The founder.
Yeah. Who is the founder?
It is a guy who used
Shocking.
Used to be at a company called Synapse.
Yeah.
Which
what's his name? Do you know his name?
Synapse Financial, which fraudulently ripped off its clients and failed.
Oh.
His name is Sanket Pathak.
Okay.
He's an Indian American guy out in Silicon Valley. He's out in San Francisco. So they designed it to look similar, or it accidentally looks similar to the really bad reboot Star Wars. The George Lucas reboot Star Wars.
Not really.
The robot droid army from that.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
And apparently I didn't know this because I went down this rabbit hole, but last year people developed a epithet for robots because they're so fed up with robots and AI.
Yeah.
Here's a headline from end of last year. What is a clanker? New slur for robots catches on. The slur is from Star Wars. They call the robots clankers.
Okay.
So literally we are now applying.
Yeah. It's becoming reality.
There is a group of people who are building the robots from the Empire in Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're actively building them. And people are taking the slurs for those robots from the movies and applying them to the real life war robots that we're creating. Hope you're feeling good. So asshole number one, robot armies.
I don't feel good about that, no.
See, you emphasized army. I emphasized robot. Robot here is my emphasis.
Yeah.
Asshole number two, fake retirement.
Ooh, I like this. What's this about?
Look, here's the headline I saw. Jeff Bezos says he's the least retired person in the world, and he'll never retire because work is too much fun.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we know that. I mean, everyone calls. Executive chair. He's the executive chair of Amazon. He's still,
Yeah, so look on Free Flow Analytics, and Free Flow Analytics has his influence on the board as 70%. Basically, he's the entire company, right?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
There's no question he's the entire company, but Andy Jassy.
Oh, you're wrong. 67%. You're wrong.
Oh, geez. It's like...
Andy Jassy controls only, according to the data at freeflowanalytics.com, which is the only data set that has this innovative...
That actually does this, yeah.
Revolutionary way of looking at board power. Andy Jassy, the CEO, only controls 6% of board power.
Right. So Andy Jassy is the CEO in name.
Yeah.
But Jeff Bezos
day-to-day operations
is not supposed to say out loud that he's not retired, because when they announced Andy Jassy, they said CEO and founder Jeff Bezos stepping down, Andy Jassy to lead Amazon.
Does anyone ever step down anymore? I think it's you're either Charlie Mungered, which means you Sorry, you turn 100 and you die, or you stay on the board as an executive chair, right? I mean, does anyone step down anymore?
So in our data, this is the year of the executive chair. In our data, there are 251 U.S. board chairs that are executives of the company, and they were the CEO prior to that.
Okay.
So that's 251 executive chairs, and they're not currently the CEO now. That's 251 Jeff Bezoses, who are the least retired people in the world, but they get paid like a CEO to work without any accountability. They're not actually the CEO. They don't have to do the earnings calls. They don't do the press conferences. They don't control the board. The board is controlled by somebody else.
There is some accountability. Investors could vote them out. I know
it's
laughable.
Never do, okay? No. 122 of those executive chairs, about half of them, are not family or founders. They're not. Like Bezos, you could say, okay, I like having the founder on the board, right? Like Bezos founded Amazon. He can be on the board as long as he wants. 122 of them are not family or founders. They're just the CEO that came before. They're literally a different CEO. They weren't there for, like, they're not the greatest CEOs in the world necessarily. They're just CEOs. This includes like Donald Umpleby at Caterpillar. That guy is the executive chair at Caterpillar. Why? He didn't found Caterpillar. He didn't usher Caterpillar through the golden years of Caterpillars.
He still wants to be in control. He still wants power.
And Charles Schwab himself is the co-chair with ex-CEO Walter Bettinger.
That's a fun power struggle.
I mean, the board has a third CEO on it.
That sounds terrible.
Like, what are we doing?
Can you imagine?
How many... Like, do you need Walter Bettinger II to be on this board at all?
No.
What does he add? What does the other guy add? The average TSR performance of these people, these non-founder ex-CEO executive chairs, is 477. That's below average, meaning you're allowing them to sit on the board and they don't even give you average TSR. They don't even give you average returns. 500 is average.
Look,
they give you below average.
People, this is how it used to work. It's called a consulting agreement. Like, for the next you're done. You're stepping off the board. You retired as CEO. Thank you for your service. For the next 2 years, if we have questions of like, where are the red paper clips, we'll call you and we'll actually pay you for this, believe it or not.
Yeah,
but we're going to call you and ask questions, but get lost. Like, that's called a consulting agreement. It used to happen all the time. You don't have to stay around and stink eye the new CEO and just make everything uncomfortable because we don't know who's in control. Yeah,
because we just spent like a month talking about how Brian Cornell at Target stepped down as CEO, but he's the executive chair.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that he stepped down because he's not gone. Yeah,
he's just there. He's just a guy who's still there. What did he do for Target except everything wrong?
What do you think?
Everything went wrong at Target.
Do you think at the board meetings now he's like, "What are you going to do about the problem with DEI? What are you going to do with the pride,
well,
the gay pride?" I mean, he's right. You're going to get all ornery about it.
Yeah, he could be like upset.
Clean it up.
Yeah, who fucked this up? Like,
I don't know why Brian
fake
Cornell
retirement,
sounds like
number
that,
2.
Yeah. Okay, go on. Keep going.
Number 3, boys.
Oh.
Boys are just assholes right now.
Okay.
Here's just a list of boys being assholes. Yeah. Trump says Jensen Huang and Mark Benioff helped convince him not to send troops to San Francisco.
One.
That's just boys.
I hate that
boys.
One. I hate that one.
City CEO $25 million bonus.
Before you get to that, how come the headline is not Trump says that Jensen Huang and Mark Benioff helped convince him to help the homeless and drug addicts in San Francisco?
They didn't do that. They didn't make that phone call.
Mark Benioff and Jensen Huang, you are literally horrible for your city. You're orchestrating the ruin of your city as
there would be troops
as real estate
there
prices go up. People are literally sleeping on the streets. I mean, you're helping convince them not to send troops. Do you want us to congratulate you, Jensen and Mark? You think you're you saved your city somehow.
I mean, look, if Chicago had an AI billionaire living there, then they wouldn't have ICE agents there, National Guard or like whatever.
That's true. They only have a hotel. They have a hotel billionaire who's the
they got a hotel billionaire
governor.
Who votes Democratic. So nobody likes that.
Who else? Sorry, I cut you
Citi
off.
CEO $25 million bonus is excessive. Top bank analyst Mike Mayo says.
So Mike Mayo must look at the Tesla pay proposal and be like, we should arrest the board at Tesla, right?
Mayo only
is there an
covers
ethical
banks.
jail we can put them in somewhere?
Mayo only covers banks, but it is nice to contrast it with Elon Musk got feisty about his $1 trillion pay package.
Yeah.
We're upset about Citi's Jane Fraser's $25 million and not the $1 trillion.
I know you don't have this information available, but maybe we can look at it for a future show. But almost all of Jane Fraser's peers, we've covered it. Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan. Goldman Sachs got ludicrously high retention.
110 million or something.
So
right?
First of all, I'd like to hear what Mike Mayo said about that. And second of all, I'd like to hear him talk about how the fact that if all the other peers are doing it, why wouldn't that eventually trickle down to Citigroup? I mean, she's obviously going to ask for the same thing, right? If all of her peers are getting these ludicrous one-time bonuses. But anyway, keep going.
Well, to keep going is to feel bad about yourself. Palmer Luckey, who created the Meta goggle head things,
great.
the Oculus Rift,
thank you,
right?
Palmer.
The video game. Palmer Luckey says he told Anduril investors, another reference to a Lord of the Rings thing,
Really?
Anduril.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Palmer Luckey is a Peter Thielite.
Yeah.
And Anduril does defense technology. That's what they do. Palmer Luckey says he told Anduril investors they can't complain if he takes time off to be on Survivor.
How come none of these idiots, they never name things after like a Virginia, like To the Lighthouse or like an Emily Dickinson? Like, why is it always, what are we doing? Why are we always fixating on these like creepy science fiction fantasy stories?
Because in Lord of the Rings, which like growing up as a preteen, I love that book.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I never read Lord of the Rings. But is it about like...
It's just like a...
Is it about like a all-powerful beings that dominate humanity? Isn't it more about underdogs fighting back?
Yes,
most of these stories. Star Wars. Star Wars is we literally celebrate the rebellion fighting against the Empire. So, right, we cheer for the underdog. So why are they taking all this the wrong way? Why are they screwing it all up?
Well, first of all, Star Wars had a princess that was like powerful and interesting character,
and she was fighting.
And she was a fighter.
The oligarchy.
Lord of the Rings has no women in it. It's basically all men. Okay.
Yeah.
And second of all, like it is good versus evil, like straight up good versus straight up evil. Like Star Wars has nuance. Like there was a guy who wanted to be good. He ends up becoming evil and then goes back to being good. And in Lord of the Rings, it's not. It's just evil, good, nothing in between.
Sounds like a George W. Bush press conference, yeah.
And not to mention that there's secret weapons in Lord of the Rings.
Secret weapons?
You got the ring is a secret weapon.
That's like secret robot armies at Amazon.
So there's that. I got two more. Elon Musk accuses head of NASA of being, quote, gay.
So what do you mean accuses? What, is it a bad thing to be gay? Like, I don't understand.
No. See, the way the headline is written is like, it makes it sound like, oh, you're like, as a gay man, you wouldn't know about like something like that. But he did it in that I'm in middle school, you're so gay.
Right. So
way.
Elon has made the determination that being gay is an insult. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
He's gone back to when I was incredible. 12 in like 1992, and it's an insult.
And the board,
that's what we're doing.
And the board is rewarding him for this behavior, along with the fact that that profits are going down and that they've lost their share in the EV market and all that.
Oh, but the reason why
recalls, go ahead.
He called Sean Duffy, who is a blowhard that I could care less about, but he called Sean Duffy gay. The reason
is Sean Duffy gay?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I believe he's married with multiple children.
Doesn't mean
which
he's not
doesn't
gay.
make him not gay,
Yeah,
but like, what do I know?
What do you know?
The reason why he used gay as an insult was because Sean Duffy and NASA said, we had a contract with SpaceX and they are not fulfilling the contract. They're past their timeline.
Yeah.
We've given them chances. We're going to reopen the contract.
Overpromise. Yeah, another overpromise. Yeah, so we're
going to reopen.
So he's sleeping with other men because of that?
So he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
He sleeps with the same gender? That's what's happening?
That's what it is. He didn't.
Okay.
Elon Musk doesn't do what he's supposed to do. Guy says, we're going to reopen the contract. Elon Musk goes, you're so gay.
Right. Well, great.
Been a bunch of fucking boys. Yeah. And finally, Bill Ackman calls Trump the most pro-business president we've ever had.
Well, that's true. If business means management, then yes, absolutely true.
Well, he was doing this because he also wanted to criticize Zohran Mamdani.
Right, and he was looking for another black woman to fire somewhere.
Yeah. Are there any left? Didn't we fire them all?
Unfortunately, no. We're losing them, yeah.
He did wish that China and the U.S. had a better relationship.
Okay.
But otherwise,
sure.
He's saying, like, Democrats have all the wrong policies. Democrats don't exist anymore. There are no policies. What are you talking about?
In New England, they do. Is that it?
So,
any other assholes?
Yeah, there's just one other, and it's just we have integrity for sports, but not for our crypto.
Do we? Yeah.
Crypto, I mean, the headline, Chauncey Billups, others arrested in FBI probe linking NBA to mafia gambling ring, was the headline. Kash Patel was out all fucking day yesterday talking about how they nailed these guys. They got them.
Yeah.
We're nailing them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the East Wing of the White House was destroyed by billionaires, by cronyism.
Yeah.
There is no more obvious corruption than starting a crypto firm and a token of your own, paying yourself with it. The Saudis are buying like whatever they want out of you. Billionaires are just writing you checks for your library. He got a donation of an airplane to his library from the Saudis. And we are celebrating 3 black dudes who bet on a basketball game.
How about
getting thrown in jail?
How about this? I mean, talking about legacy media. I mean, they're all in on betting. I mean, we talked about Disney and ESPN and ESPN bets. There's now companies that trade on our public exchanges, like DraftKings, right? So this is all that is betting on sports and mafia. I mean, HBO reinvented itself by the success of The Sopranos. I mean, what are we doing here, people? When is it good and when is it bad? I'm just confused. But let's look the other way. What the president's doing, and let's focus on basketball players. Sure.
It's really next level. So those are your 3.5: robot armies, fake retirement, boys.
This was easy.
And we've got integrity for sports, but not for anything else.
I mean, come on. I mean, we don't normally have easy sweeps, and for the sake of moving the show along, it's obviously robot armies. I mean, what are we doing here?
Yes, that's correct. It is robot armies.
Yeah.
All right,
and I say that, and that's a real thing, by the way. It's not.
I know. We're not making this up. We didn't write that up. That's not us exaggerating.
Yeah.
Headlines,
go listen to the earnings call with Elon Musk and Tesla. He says the word army. He talks about robot armies. He uses the word army more than once.
Army, yeah.
Army.
Yeah. And he's
not
warned
robot
us about
workforce, not robot collective. Not a bunch of robots that are going to help me build headlights. Yeah, just armies. Armies.
There's no robot butlers.
When your CEO talks about building non-human armies, it is absolutely time to fire your CEO. I'm sorry, but it's true.
It's the bare minimum.
It's true. It's the time to fire your CEO. I'm actually being dead serious.
I know you are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to get fired, though.
And Tesla board, you're already so goddamn rich that it's not going to matter.
Will protect them.
You know what? Who knows? Maybe your next CEO, maybe people will stop hating your company so much and your car business will actually take off again. So how do you know it's going to be a drain? How do you even know?
The reason why, if you want to be like
real
I don't
want to get back.
I'm
sorry
why
they
won't fire Elon Musk. The company currently trades at like a 200 PE ratio.
Yeah, it's a meme stock.
It will trade down as soon as Musk is gone to like a 10.
Good. Fine.
It will effectively
sell all your
be
shares
worth
today and
90%.
Fire him. Good. Then you know what?
less.
Tesla board, sell all your shares and fire him, and go live in a hole.
No, that's
go live in
why
your bunker.
investors don't get rid of him, because they know the meme is him.
But the board can still fire him. But the board can fire him.
There are no principles in capitalism. They don't believe in anything he's saying.
True.
They believe in his ability to prop up the share price. And the minute he's gone, the concern is, well, shit, man, we just literally cost ourselves one of the most valuable companies in the world. We took it down to near nothing.
You summed it up well, because that's probably why our company isn't exactly making $100 million a year. Because despite the fact that I'm working on these shows at 9 p.m. and on weekends. I don't.
Just wait for our zine.
Okay. Can we move
Headlines, winners, predictions.
Headline. Oh, I have a headline. It's partly setting up my joke and my prediction, but it also just it outrages me because I just hate headlines like this. So it's doing two things. Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky has one question he likes to ask every entrepreneur: why does your company deserve to exist?
It does deserve.
Yeah. I just like the idea of Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky. He's kind of like the arbiter of existence. He's just like, he's the one who kind of helps to decide whether things should exist or not.
When Brian Chesky was at RISD, he helped create a mascot that was a penis, for their basketball team. That guy is wondering why your company deserves to exist at all.
Yeah, because I'm sure part of this is that he's part of investing, right? He's investing in some of these companies, or
he's got billions of dollars. I mean, what else do they exist?
Why do you exist? Or what do you got?
I got a speed round of headlines for you.
Oh, is that allowed?
Yeah, there's 4 of them. Ready? We're gonna move quick. Tesla recalls over 63,000 Cybertrucks due to the front lights being too bright.
Oh, I can applaud this recall because that's a bugaboo of mine.
That's most of the Cybertrucks, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of cars now basically are blinding you at night. It's like it's difficult to see when these cars go by. Luckily, there aren't many Cybertrucks around me, so I don't really know about that.
After you get the trim fixed because it falls off, and the rust fixed from when it rains because it doesn't work in the rain. And
those are just a few of the problems, but yeah.
Then you can get the lights fixed. Here's another one. Mosquitoes found in Iceland for first time.
Well, good. They also should suffer if I'm suffering with mosquitoes.
How about Cracker Barrel CEO says logo update wasn't woke, just easier to read.
Well, I think that's
You see
woke.
where she went wrong there?
Yeah, that's woke to be easier to read.
Reading is woke.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
That's where you're wrong.
Teachers, librarians, the wokest people on earth.
The picture wasn't woke because I didn't have to read it.
Yeah, you know what? She's taking the wrong perspective on that. She needs to call the nonsense out for what it is and say,
she needs to rebrand it
and level with people and be like, look, my predecessors, the executives and the board, basically nearly ran this company into bankruptcy, into ruin. As you know, many restaurants are constantly going out of business. My predecessors almost took it there. I'm trying to turn this company around. I'm doing everything I can. The sign is not a sign is not woke. That's not even what woke means. This is not. We're far away from what woke is. It's not signs.
Yeah. What's reading? And finally, McDonald's CEO says he eats at the chain 3 or 4 times a week.
Do you believe that?
I believe none of that.
Okay,
I believe that he eats there 0 times a week.
Chris is pretty.
Chris Kempczinski is the name of the CEO.
He's pretty svelte, if I remember.
Which he runs marathons.
Well, maybe maybe he has a coffee.
Well, there you go. He eats there 3 or 4 times a week. He gets the side salad and a coffee. That's what he's getting.
His father was a well-known surgeon.
Who's your winner for the week?
So I hope he's not eating. A surgeon's boy should not be eating at McDonald's ever, nor be working there. I mean, what a waste! I mean, your father's a well-known surgeon, and you're running McDonald's.
Do you think he goes into the McDonald's like McDonald's aren't situated in places where like you want to hang out. Is he driving into work and like pulls into the drive-thru of a McDonald's and orders? Does he have to pay for it? What, like, does he get on the thing where they're like, help you, and he's like, I'm the CEO. I would like my regular. Like, what's the deal with that?
To me, if this is not the problem of corporate America, in a nutshell, this is it. His father was a professor of surgery and chief of vascular surgery. His mother was a teacher, and this is what he does with that lineage. He's running a company that is just destroying our insides, destroying people. It's disgusting. All right, sorry, I'll move on.
Winner. Give me a winner.
My winner is obvious. It's a bit of a nerdy answer, but it's got to be Jane Fraser. I mean,
no.
Okay, what do you got?
Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the winner of the week.
But they're always winners. Come on, what are you doing? All right, fine.
Yeah, but now they're in Iceland. Now they can go to Iceland. Like, okay. Iceland's lovely.
I've never been, so maybe I'll understand if I ever go.
Predictions.
Okay, so I set up my joke from my headline-iest, which is Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky has one question he likes to ask every entrepreneur: why does your company deserve to exist? So here's my prediction: in 2070, future MetaSoul CEO, not MetaSoul, that's the company formerly known as Facebook and Meta Platforms. In 2070, it'd be called MetaSoul, right?
Ooh, MetaSoul.
So in 2070, future MetaSoul CEO August Zuckerberg, one of the three children of Zuck, they're all named after Roman emperors because he's a lunatic. She has one question she likes to ask every non-AI human. Okay. So in 2070, future MetaSoul CEO August Zuckerberg has one question she likes to ask every non-AI human: why do you deserve to exist?
Wow. So 2 problems with your prediction. Number 1, August Zuckerberg is a she, never going to be.
They only have daughters. I tried, Matt. I couldn't. But how? Come on, it's not going to leave the family.
It's going to be like his cousin or something like that.
No, I disagree with you.
Number 2.
He is too into his own spermatozoa.
If you want to feel really bad about yourself,
yes, I said spermatozoa. Yeah.
In 2070, Mark Zuckerberg will only be 83 or 85
I was
years old.
doing that math too, and I figured I figured he has to eventually pull up. I didn't say he's not executive chair. I just said that she's CEO. Okay, that's all I said.
Maybe he's chair emeritus, but he's definitely alive.
The point is that his evil offspring will be asking humans to.
If it's a girl, there's not going to be evil. That's the problem. There's less of the evil in the girl genes.
You're too kind to the Zuckerberg spermatozoa.
All right, in reference to my headline-iest, the McDonald's CEO says he eats at the chain 3 or 4 times a week. My prediction is McDonald's CEO Chris Kempczinski goes from his reported weight of 158 pounds to 220 pounds inside of a year.
That's what he weighs, 158 pounds?
He's a runner. Googled it.
He's a runner.
I Googled it, that's what it said.
My brother's a runner too, and he's has no body fat. So there you go.
I think it's wrong, but he does look like a svelte man. He balloons. He balloons this year is my guess. Sure. That's it. That's Hazelnut Rallis. I'm your analyst, Matt Mascardi. We are free float. Come back next week. We did not do a proxy countdown this week. There's not that much happening yet. Microsoft just released its proxy, so that's coming up in December. Tesla's big one's coming up in a couple weeks, but we already covered it, did a whole analysis of it. So, if you want to see something, there's a company you want to see, let us know. Reach out. We're here. But until then, go listen to Shareholder Primacy and catch us again next week. Goodbye.